Hello and welcome back. Welcome to another episode of the Mind and Muse Crafts Podcast. I am your host, Caroline. Well, I am coming to you from the state of Alabama, the city of Huntsville, where I have gone to visit my son and my daughter-in-law and take care of my grandson, or at least help out with taking care of my grandson. If you remember on the last episode, I was visiting Clarissa in Florida. Well, Clarissa wasn't there, but I went to visit her house and helped take care of her dog along with my husband. But my husband returned home and I'm here in Alabama for a short while. I've been here for almost 2 weeks, I believe. I've been here for 2 weeks, yeah. And I'll be here for another 2 weeks before I return home. And while I'm here, I just wanted to keep you up to date on the different things that I have been working on. But before that, I need to address an issue with episode 94. Some of you wrote to me questioning why episode 94 was no longer there, and I answered privately, but I felt that I should address the issue here online just in case, so that everybody has the information and nobody is wondering. After episode 95 was posted, the instructor with whom I took the courses on freeform crochet technique and abstract crochet portraits approached me with concerns on how much of her technique I had been sharing on my videos, and I just decided to address her concerns by downloading completely episode 94, which was the episode where I felt that I had shared most of what I was doing in terms of the new techniques that I was learning. And once I eliminated that part, there really wasn't much left to consider an episode. So I decided to download 94 and it will stay downloaded. And I did download episode 95 for a little bit, editing out the content that addressed any specific technique that I had learned in the courses. And I only left there techniques that are already free online, and so I am not oversharing. I'm sharing what is already there for you to go and see. And I never share, I don't believe that I've ever shared enough of either the courses I take, the patterns I buy, or even the free patterns that are online, so that you could imitate what the designer has made. I always reference the sites so that you could go to the blog or go to the YouTube channel or go to wherever it is that the original designer has her content. It might be something sold on Etsy or on Ravelry. And if you really wanted to see how the job is done in its entirety, you'd have to go there. So I have never, I believe, I have tried never to claim credit for something that wasn't originally mine. And I just wanted to be honest here and maintain the honesty between us. Most of you that, if you've been here for a while, know me enough to understand that crediting myself for someone else's work has never been my style. And, but I felt that I did need to address the issue that the instructor was commenting. And so the best way that I knew, without making it a bigger issue than it really was to simply download the offensive content. And I think I've done so. If you write to me privately, I could send you a private link 294. If you're still interested in it, you could write to me at mindandmuse@gmail.com, mindandmuse@gmail.com, and I could simply send you that private link. But I have not left it up there for, well, the obvious reasons. It's not a public episode anymore. Okay, so that's for those of you who have asks. I'll say, and I'll repeat, and I will insist upon the point that it was never my intention to train any of you in the techniques of Professor Jose Dammers. I simply wanted to share a bit of what I was learning and hopefully to motivate you to go and take the course, because there was no way that you were going to learn with me everything you could learn with her course. So I feel that I addressed the issue as best I could, and I hope that you understand my reasons for doing it, and also without trying to be excessively defensive, I hope that you understand that it was never my intention to credit myself with somebody else's content. Definitely not. Anyway, in terms of walking the talk, I know that in the past episode I mentioned that I didn't bring any crochet with me of my crochet, which I didn't, but this is Clarissa Smith's Flower Child blouse, one that I made a while back, where I added underneath the flowers what I call this panel that was just to keep it kind of like more discreet in terms of what you could see through the holes in the crochet. It was simply with a linen crochet. It was just a rectangular form that I crocheted back and forth, and I sewed it on the inside of the blouse, and it kind of like fades out what you could actually see through the holes, and I was very happy with that. And so this was my version of her Flower Child top, and it's my version of the teardrop earrings. As a matter of fact, these were the first ones that I made, the ones that I make with the pattern that has been up on my blog for a while, come out a slight bit smaller. I was never able to imitate exactly, to re-engineer exactly this teardrop. And so the ones that come out now are a bit small. I love them as well, but these were the original ones that I liked the color, and I was really very happy with them. So I wear them to death. I wear them all the time. My grandson here is used to them, and very rarely will he pull on the earrings, unless he's playing this wild game that his father's taught him, then he might pull a little bit. But he likes to see them dangle, but they don't call his attention to pull. I don't know if he got across the message that they hurt when you pull them, but he's very nice to me in that sense. So that is my walking the talk. In terms of what I have been up to, things that you have already seen, well, I can share with you the final version of the turtle. This was the turtle pillow. Is that what it's called? Let's see. Turtle Time Pillow. It was a design. I have my notes over here on the side. It was a design by Michelle Wilcox that was published in the Crochet Magazine, their Quick and Easy Crochet Pattern issue, where they have exactly that. Quick and easy crochet patterns. This is one of them. It was the turtle pillow. And I did complete it soon after I got here. Remember that I had the whole sort of like this part done the last time, and didn't take too long to finish. But I will say that my grandson finds no pleasure. He is in no way interested in this whatsoever. I think that it was the face. because I didn't have black thread. And what I did was I crocheted the face with the darkest thread that I had here, which was a brown, and then I painted over them with black. And so at one point I thought red lips would look nice, and then I decided no, they made him look a little evil. So if you look this way, he looks fine, but if you kind of look that way, which is kind of like the view that you get when he's sitting down somewhere, you kind of like approach him from the top, he looks a little bit evil. I don't know if that's what my grandson sees, but he has absolutely no interest in the purple turtle whatsoever. So I did finish him though. I still think it's cute, and I still think that maybe some child out there would like it. I will say one thing for this, I do believe it was Premier yarn I mentioned. It does pill a lot. So maybe it's a good thing because he's still a lot into putting things in his mouth. So maybe it's a good thing so that he's not getting those hairs, because he'll pull on things with his teeth. And I do think one of the legs came out a bit longer. But it doesn't matter. Once he was used as a pillow, he would flatten out, but he's not going to be used as a pillow anytime soon, I don't think. So my evil Tony the Turtle is complete, but it's not getting much love at the moment. Not getting much love at the moment. So that was one thing that I tried to kind of like hurriedly include at the end of my last podcast, and so now it's complete. I was able to bring it. I was able to bring this yarn. Remember, it was Red Heart Lilac from Red Heart Super Saver acrylic yarn, and I was able to bring it, and there is a lot left. You could definitely make more than one or two of these with that yarn. Good. That was Tony the Turtle. And in addition to that, I have also been continued to work on, at this stage, I believe the back panel is complete of my Freeform purse. Except for the fact that maybe I'll add another one of these flowers somewhere, maybe here in this blank space, or it could be around here or up there. I think I'll add a couple more of puff flowers there, but aside from that, I think it is complete. And now I am going to go on and choose a design for the front. Remember that these were not original scrumbles. Let's see. This one, and even the puffy flower, the leaf, the sort of like amoeba here, and this one also. These two also. So let's just say most of them were scrumbles that I found on the YouTube channel ElenaRugalStudio. And I told you that she has more than 40 videos just on freeform scrumbles and tons more on other types of elements or even crochet garments, I believe she has, and they're all on video for you. And so I've cited her YouTube channel in the description box below so that you can go there and look them up if you are interested. And again, recommendation from most people that do freeform crochet is for you to have a theme in mind. Beach theme, or maybe a park theme, or maybe underwater theme, or a mountain theme, some theme, and then choose your colors and your scrumbles based on that theme. I didn't do that. Did I do that? No. I just chose from Elena Rugal's YouTube channel those scrumbles that interested me, And after I had practiced making them, then I just put them together. And so I came up with this snow theme. But I have to say that, also after I made them, I decided that I was going to join them together with this outlined blue that I also took from Elizabeth's stash. And I also have a lot left. And so I put all the motifs down where I wanted them and then decided how I was going to fill in around the different motifs. And so the Scrumbles are from Elena Rugal's channel, and the yarn, a lot of it is from Elizabeth's stash. But why did I mention this? Because the idea that I didn't have a theme for the back made it a little bit more difficult to choose what I want for the front. What I want for this front here. Okay? And you can see that there's a little design there that I'm just starting, but I don't have a complete idea yet. But I do think that I figured since there are so many flowers and leaves on the back, I thought the front would look best, or would look nice, if I made it in some form of bird, some form of bird. And I don't think that I have enough artistic talent to actually draw the bird freehand. So I wanted to share with you, if you will allow me, a clip from episode 95, that's 2 weeks ago, that didn't make it in the end, didn't make the cut in the end because the episode, I found it too long. And then, so I eliminated some of the material and decided that I would share it on this episode. I have it saved on my computer, and I'm going to include it here for you. So I'm going to go to Past Caroline from episode 95, and Past Caroline is going to share with you some ideas for finding sketches online and resketching, so to say, resketching using an app that I have found called DaVincis Eye, and resketching that onto whatever material that you want, either to use it as I'm going to use it for freeform crochet, or maybe you just want to use it as crochet by numbers sort of thing, tapestry crochet, or any of the forms of color work crochet to put it on a blouse, or to take it into stitch fiddle. There are so many things that you could do with a well-made sketch. So say hi to Caroline of the past for me. And I also found an app that you could download to your phone. Well, I have an iPhone, so I'm going to say to my phone. I don't know if it's only available for iPhone. That is called DaVincis Eye. And DaVincis Eye is an app that is supposed to be an artist's helper because it allows you to project from the screen of your cell phone to, it can be your tablet that you use to sketch, or as I did, just a piece of paper, and you can sketch, for example, a photo from that you took of something, and you want to convert that photo into freeform crochet. You could use that app to sketch it onto paper and then take that sketch into something like stitch fiddle and do your thing with it. And so I started playing around with that, and I'm not going to go very much into it, but I just wanted to mention it because I had fun. So I took a photo of myself. I don't remember if you will remember this episode in which I was wearing this beret. Maybe I should do it on this side. I don't know. But anyway, I was wearing a beret and I had a still photo of it. And so I brought it in to the well, onto my screen in the app, and I sketched it because it projects it. It projects the photo onto whatever paper or tool, for example, maybe a sketch pad or tablet that you have on the desk, and then it allows you to recreate. I mean, the original image becomes opaque, and so you can see your pencil, and you can kind of like see where to put your pencil and do a sketch. I think I still got problems here on the nose. I wasn't like totally convinced with the nose, and my eyes are a bit goofy, but this photo wasn't the best photo because it was from a still image of a video, so maybe if I had something better, it would look better. Which, you know, that I've been wanting to have a sketch of myself for some time, and I want to do a self-portrait in Freeform Crochet. I just don't feel that I'm ready for it yet, but this is one way where I think I'll be able to simplify the amounts of colors that come out in photos when you use them in, for example, Stitch Fiddle, and then maybe I'll have a simpler starting point to go from. I thought it was awesome. I think you could probably take this, scan it, and maybe make it larger and actually use it as I've been using my sketches to compare my crochet to the sketch and see how it's coming out. I thought it was awesome. And then I went on the roll and I did the same thing for a photo of my eldest daughter. Now, unless you know her, maybe you wouldn't see the resemblance. My husband didn't even, he thought it was Clarissa. Now, this is my eldest daughter, and I'll put up a photo here also. You might not be able to see me, but maybe you'll be able to see both of these photos, well, both of the images side by side, and you'll tell me if, without having any artistic talent, I still think this came out nice. I still think it came out nice. And this just gives me ideas for future gifts that I could make my children, because, I mean, they've got it all, but they don't have a sketch done by their mother of themselves. That's new. So yeah, I'm very happy with that app, and so happy that I decided to pay for a year's subscription to it, which was $11.14 or something like that. And I figured, well, if towards the end of the year I feel I haven't used it much or it hasn't really helped me much, I'll cancel. But I really liked it. So, what did you think? What did you think about my sketches? I honestly didn't think they were that bad. And I want to continue using DaVincis Eye so that I can make other sketches while I'm here. I'd like to make a sketch of my grandson, definitely. And now that I see this tool, I think that I could take another look at the old photos that I have of my sister that passed away a year ago, just a couple of days back. And I could retake the task of making a sketch of my sister to create a tapestry of her. One that I thought, the thing about it was that the photo wasn't good enough to take into Stitch Fiddle, because I kept losing, there were either too many colors or the colors chosen were so dark because there wasn't enough light in the photo that it really wouldn't be easy to crochet. But now with this app, I think that I might be able to do as I did with the photos that I showed you that were pretty dark. The photos where these sketches came from were pretty dark. And even then, I think I was able, through the opacity of the app, to see beyond the darkness and complete my sketch and complete the sketch. So that's a possibility. As I said, I am thinking about recreating a scene with a bird in it using Freeform Crochet and having that be the front of my bag. So yeah, that's just another idea that's on the agenda for the upcoming weeks and months, maybe, and maybe until the end of the year, because I think it's quite a bit. It's quite a bit. Anyway, that was something that you've seen before that I have finished. Projects that I started while I was here, well, I've got a couple of them. When I was with Elizabeth in Florida, just before she left, we had like a day together. We went to Michael's, and in Michael's, I purchased a yarn that I had never seen before, but looking on the internet, I have seen that it's been around for a while. It's called Karen Blossom Cakes. And this is the colorway Meadow. And it is actually a self-striping cotton, 100% cotton yarn. And these are the colors. So it goes from yellow to dark yellow to a gold. And then it's got that sage in the middle. And they also had available for free this pattern printed. But you can also find this pattern, the Crochet Dress Tank, on yarnspirations.com. Yarnspirations.com. It's a free pattern on their site also. So, I don't know. For some reason, I just liked the dress. I just liked it. So, I started it. But I only purchased one skein of this. Let's see. One ball. It's called the ball. And this says it needs from 3 to 5. And the colorway they used here was Caribbean Sea, which I think is beautiful also. But I didn't choose that one, so I wanted to make it with Meadow. And the largest hook that I had here, because I had left a little case behind, was a 4mm, so that's what I'm using. They recommend a 5 and a 5.5. So there's no way that I'm getting gauge. I am making the size medium, which is for a 36 to a 38 inch bust. It says I would need 3 skeins, which I don't have, and I can't find anywhere because apparently this color ran out. It sold out wonderfully because it's the only color that I can't find. So I'm just going to see how far I get with this that I have here. This is where I'm at right now. You'll notice that I have done the bust part. Maybe we'll call it the Bustier. Here it is. I've done that. It is not identical to the one in the pattern, and I'll tell you why. Because the back in the pattern, the pattern doesn't show you the back. But when you go online, they do have a second photo of the back. And the back of their back started here. And so the strap came up and around to down here. Up and around to down here. Now, it's still pretty cool here in Alabama, and I still don't know what the temperature is going to be like for Easter, but I found it too much exposure for what I like. So I simply added to this bottom part here. This is what comes with the pattern, this strap around the back. And what I did was I just added this block. I added this block. Just crocheting back and forth. I had an idea at some point how many stitches I had. I think 41, but don't take my word for it. So I kind of just went from the corner of the blouse. Let's see. This is the bust part. Let's start there. Okay, you see it's like a V with the front post, back post here, the cables in the middle. And so to this piece here, this little side, this piece is added at the side to complete it. And then once you have that piece on each side, then we do this part here. And there are 2 panels that are joined in the middle. So when that was finished, I picked up my stitches here on the side and here on this side. And I just went back and forth for as many rows as you can see there. No idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 half double crochets. Half double crochets because that's what they use here. Half double crochets. I really like the design of this part, but if I'm honest, it's a little bit small. I even did the medium, but I'm using a 4mm hook instead of a 5, and I do crochet tightly, so it's a little bit small. I'm hoping it's cotton and it'll stretch. But all of it from here down, the bodice from here down, is completely like in this filet crochet. It's got a row of double crochet and a row of filet crochet. And so I'm already thinking about purchasing something to go under it. Or covering it up with fabric. Like, doing like I did with this one and putting some fabric on the inside that will, so a very lightweight fabric. I also changed the straps because I wanted to get more coverage from my bra. So I did them back and forth this way using Tunisian crochet simple stitch. The simple stitch is on the back. I don't know if you can see it. And so I put what would be normally the back side to the front because I thought it looked better. And so to just small modifications so that, something that I thought would work for me. And it does. I like it. I like the way it looks. It's just that I'm not going to have enough yarn definitely to make a dress. And I doubt I'll get more than 10 more double pattern repeats. So here I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So yeah, I think that I'll have enough to do this. So it might end up being a blouse if I don't find the yarn. I really wanted the dress, but if I don't find it, then I'll do something else. Also, I think I need more increases than what they give me because of the fact that I'm using a smaller hook. I don't want it to be super tight around the hips or the legs. I want to be able to walk. But we'll see. I still haven't got anywhere here to search for the yarn, but I am honestly hoping that I can find some. In addition to that, I have been working on a little amigurumi for my another amigurumi for my grandson who's not going to want it, but this was petitioned by his mom, so I decided to make her happy. She wanted him to have an Easter bunny, And this Easter bunny is also a free pattern. Not because I wouldn't purchase one, but just because she was more interested in having she said a bunny that was a bit more realistic. I don't know if this is realistic. I guess she didn't like the purple turtle. But anyway, she asked it to be gray and pink. This is Crochet Bunny Henry with carrot. He's got a carrot that I haven't made. It's the only piece that I haven't made yet because the carrot is optional. And the pattern is dated April 4th, 2022. It is a free pattern found online, but you can also find it on Instagram if you follow I'm going to kill the name because my French is terrible, but it's Les Mails du Rocher. So it's les.mail, as in mail, les dot du.rocher. I will have it in the description box below, and so that you can visit if you are interested. You want to make this bunny for Easter like I have. I mean, who doesn't want a cute bunny? Additionally, the pattern has decreases only on the front, and that makes like this pot belly at the back. Initially, I had crocheted on incorrectly because there were no instructions for putting it together. There are instructions for making the pieces, but to put it together, you have to look at the photos. And if you look on Instagram, she gives you a little video, and you can try and look at the video and see how many stitches across and how many stitches down are things put in. At the moment, I have pinned these pieces in place to see more or less what they would look like, but they have not been sewn together. And like I said, I would be missing a little carrot that he's carrying across here. So, well, obviously, he's missing the eyes because I didn't have any safety eyes. So I'm going to have to crochet. I'm going to have to crochet those eyes in. Let's see what this face looks like. And whisk the little nose, or maybe add some whiskers there, or maybe not, because the baby likes to pull and bite on things. And so I don't want him eating any of those hairs. So there he is. I won't be seeing you for Easter. So in advance, I hope you all have a happy Easter celebration if you celebrate that kind of thing. And it's kind of like what marks spring in a lot of parts of the world. And so this is my recognition of spring 2023 for my little grandson. We'll see. I'll tell you later on if he decided that this seemed to interest him a little more when I was showing it to him as I was making it, because obviously he liked the ears, and he liked the fact that the nose was kind of long. But we'll see in the long run if he is interested in that. So that is another whip that I should finish soon. I am working him up in thread that Elizabeth sent to me. So I also picked it up from her house. This is the same cotton, mini cottons that I was working on for my painting and for the bag. But this gray, I don't know what it is. It's 100% cotton, but I don't know what brand it is. So there's my bunny rabbit. Almost. Not quite, but almost. Missing a few things. But I think he's going to look okay. He's a little bit, I think I also made one ear longer than the other, which probably happens when you make more than one piece following the same instructions. Oh, I know the instructions by heart now, so that affects the tension and your gaze are affected when you're following instructions in your head instead of reading them off of paper. And at least it affects my gauge is always tighter when I'm following a pattern. So, yeah. He's a little bit of a misfit. Okay, so that wraps up what finished objects and what whips I've been working on while I'm here in Alabama. I do have another one. I wanted to mention, I don't know if you all follow Elizabeth of Crochet Cakes, and I mentioned many times that she is my daughter, and at one time we shared the screen in case anybody is new, and then we both went our separate ways, and here I am and there she is. But we follow each other, and we try to motivate each other and keep ourselves motivated to continue this journey. But recently, it was a birthday while she was in Japan, and she decided that she was going to celebrate her birthday by running a cal on her YouTube channel and on her Instagram account. And so the cal is called Celebrations Cal. And it is your choice what you want to celebrate. You don't have to celebrate her birthday, but in order to link it with her birthday, and she is requesting that in order to participate in this Celebrations Cal, you create one of her patterns. So any pattern that she has on her Etsy, on her Ravelry, or on her blog can, paid for or free, it doesn't matter, whether it is simply a recipe that she's given you instructions but nothing is written, or it's one of her written patterns, that doesn't matter either, or if it's one of her patterns that was published in a magazine that she sold the pattern and all of the rights to the pattern, like I chose. I chose a pattern that she published with Premier Yarns, and it is a free pattern on the Premier Yarns site, so that's premieryarns.com. The pattern is called the Crochet Hooded Pullover, the Crochet Hooded Pullover, and I will insert here, let's see, photos. This is the pattern. This is the pattern that you download from Premier Yarns, and that's the pullover. Let's see if there are any more photos here. Here's a front view. You can see, let's say from this one, that it's obviously got ribbon around the neckline, ribbon on the sleeves and on the bottom, and maybe you can just make out that it's got like a cable detail over here on the side. Just slightly make that out, and then obviously, well, it's got the hood. If I can find it, over here. So there, obviously it's got the hood. So I have been wanting to make that since she published it for Premiere a while back. I don't know if this has the date on it. 2021. They published it in 2021. So I've been wanting to make it since then. And they had a sale on the yarn that she used, which was this Premier Anti-Pilling. And I bought it in the exact color she used there, which is linen. They had other colors, but I bought this one. I just wanted to keep it kind of neutral. And so I received it today. I was walking my grandson when I came back. It came here, so just in time to share it with you on the podcast. I will be participating in the Celebrations Cal by making the hooded pullover that Clarissa was designed for Premiere and using this anti-pilling yarn. It's worsted. Let's see. I need a 5 and a 5.5 and a 6mm hook. So I guess I will be requesting Clarissa to send those over or to bring those over, because Clarissa and my elder daughter will be visiting for Easter. They should be coming down next week because my daughter-in-law is going to have a Easter egg hunt here with the children that are her neighbors around here. And so they're going to have like a potluck, and she asked them if they would be willing to come, and they are going to come and spend some time with me and at the same time with their nephew, who they haven't seen as often as I would like to. And so hopefully she will bring this to me, and if I can't wait for a couple more days, then I will simply just go to Joann's and buy and buy more crochet hooks. Why not? So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to wait it out, because I'm really eager to start on this because I've wanted to make it for so long, and it would be really good for the type of climate that we're having here. I could use it over the next couple of weeks because it's still cool enough here to wear that type of garment. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. That is all that I have to share with you today. I hope you have enjoyed our little chit chat, and I hope you will comment below and give me your opinion on what you think, how you think I would look in that dress. Is it going to be too sexy for a 60-year-old lady? I never feel my age, so yeah. I did buy a shrug to put over it in case it's too chilly, and an undergarment, I guess a slip, we used to call them in my time, that could go underneath it up to maybe up above the knees. So until I meet again, I'm hopefully planning before I leave on the 15th to share the last of what I was up to. If not, then I'll be back home by the time I'll have another chat with you. But until then, I am going to leave you with the assignment of pressing the like button if you have enjoyed our chat, making sure you're receiving notifications of when I'm uploading this, and please, 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 if you know someone who would like to join in on our chit chats every couple of weeks and is willing to converse and share what they're doing, or just wants to hear somebody talk to them for a couple of hours, an elderly maybe who doesn't crochet anymore but who would like to have a conversation for a couple of not hours, but half an hour, 50 minutes or something like that, then please send them a message through the share in the link, the icons, the buttons underneath this video, and help our podcasting community grow. Help this community to become a little bit more exposed. So thank you for watching today. Don't forget to comment below. Tell me what you're up to. Tell me how you're going to spend Easter if you celebrate that. Or talk to me about how the weather is in your part of the world. I'm always open to listen and to respond to your comments. So until we meet again, you keep yourself safe, keep yourself very healthy, and keep crafting. Bye for now. At the end of this, I will try to include some footage of my grandson so you can all see what he's been up to.